situation in Joshimath, the town that is sinking in Uttarakhand. Now, the buildings that are damaged in Uttarakhand's Joshimath will be demolished so they don't harm nearby buildings, is what officials have said. The demolition of the damaged buildings will begin today. Apparently, a hotel has been earmarked. Joshimath has been divided now into 3 zones: danger, buffer, and the completely safe zone, based on the magnitude of possible danger due to the land subsidence, the sinking or settling of the ground surface. The sinking town has been declared a disaster-prone zone, and construction activities have also been banned in Joshimath and nearby areas. But meanwhile, more bad news, as cracks are reportedly appearing in houses in Prayag, which is situated about 2 hours from Joshimath. Let's go across to Tanushree now for more. And Tanushree, you visited Joshimath recently. You spoke with the people. Now we know that at least 4,000 people are being moved out. They're being evacuated, and they will be, relocated somewhere. But today is the day when the demolition of some of those structures is to begin.
Absolutely, Gargi. In fact, when we visited last week, that is when more houses started to develop cracks. Also, the strategic roads of the Indo-China border just outside Joshimath also started to develop cracks. And not just, in and around Joshimath, even Rishikesh, which is about 250 kilometers away, railway tunnels, which are now being built, are developing cracks. So that is the situation on the ground. And now the central government has also gotten involved, and they have also getting the satellite images from ISRO. And owing to that, they are now evacuating 4,000 people immediately. And other people, about 25,000, approximately 25,000 is the population of the town. And the center is right now saying that there have to be mass evacuations, because now the town is not fit for living. It has been declared as a disaster-prone zone. So what the administration is going to do, they have divided, as you rightly said, they have divided the town into 3 zones: danger zone, buffer zone, and remaining zones. Buildings in the danger zone will be evacuated, followed by the evacuation in buffer zone. And any demolition will be done as per the recommendation of CBRI Roorkee. So all the houses which are completely unfit for living, which are on the brink of collapse, on the brink of sinking, as we have been reporting, there was a hotel, Malari Inn, which completely sank and, which tilted towards another building. That building has been earmarked. That will be demolished under the supervision of the administration. Other houses which have developed massive cracks and fissures will also be demolished, so that, they do not collapse on their own, which which basically result in a loss of life. So that is what the government is basically prepared for, Gargi. They want zero loss of lives at this point of time, and that is why these kind of demolitions will now take place from today in Joshimath. It will be unprecedented, because Joshimath has been, of course, very sensitive area since the 1930s, but these kind of demolitions in the town have never been seen, and now we will see that an entire part of the sacred town of our country will be no more. Back to you.
That's right. Tanushree, also now these are immediate measures. You were there. We also know that, there are various projects taking place nearby, the NTPC project, there's the road widening project, and this is something that many of the locals felt was leading to, these developments that they're seeing in their town. So clearly there'll also have to be, a long-term sort of solution, a long-term thinking on how to prevent such things from happening, given that now reports are coming from Prayag that some cracks are being seen in buildings there.
Absolutely, Gargi. In fact, in 1930s, 2 Swiss geologists wrote a book. They did a survey and they wrote a book called Central Himalaya, in which they very clearly said that Joshimath is situated on a debris of a landslide and no construction activity should ever be done here. In the 1976, the Mishra Committee by the central government very clearly told the government that construction activity should be prohibited in Joshimath, and if they continue doing the construction activity, this can actually bring an ecological disaster. But of course, all the governments basically blatantly ignored all the warnings, the requests from the residents of the area. And then 2 plants, not just one. The NTPC plant came in 2006. In 1980s, the JP Power Hydel Project power plant came. and these two plants, are huge plants. They have to do blastings, and of course, the road construction has also been going on in Joshimath. So these kind of heavy construction work with huge machineries have been obviously bringing a lot of ecological danger to the entire Uttarakhand and to the entire Himalayan ranges. Now, what we are seeing in Joshimath, the experts are saying that this can actually have a domino effect in other regions of Uttarakhand as well, because the cracks are only going to increase. Because let's not forget that Joshimath and the areas adjoining Joshimath falls in a zone 5 seismic zone, which means it's highly prone to earthquake, and also the base of the mountains of Uttarakhand are very, very weak. So even if the administration goes, ahead with demolition of houses in Joshimath, they have to come up with a long-time plan as to what they're going to do with the NTPC plant, what they're going to do with the JP plant, because Gargi, the NTPC plant, has been there for more than 15 years now, but that plant has still not produced any kind of energy for the hills. So if that is the situation on the ground, the government must come up with some kind of a long-term solution for the people of Uttarakhand.